Let's go one step up. Instead of the wrist, now we're in the middle of the forearm. An odd thing about joint technique is the closer we get to the body, the more the techniques hurt. Now, even when I've got somebody in an S-arm and I'm giving you a twist, oh, that hurts like crazy. But as we move a little higher, it hurts even more, if you can imagine such a thing. So what it usually looks like is he grabs me right in the middle. I'm going to cover, and notice where my thumb is, right on that middle joint, knuckle of his index finger, and I'm going to slip my hand over the top, and I'm going to put him down. And can you see how much space there is between my palm and his fingers? Don't be squeezing. You have to be relaxed. My two middle fingers are on my own bone. My thumb is on his knuckle. And don't be squeezing. And now all you've got to do is give it a twist, and down he goes. Next, he grabs me all the way at the top of the forearm, but he still is not above the elbow. This is really a gift. What you want is fingers here. What you'll often get is simply the thumb that's here. But if he grabs me, and notice he's got most of his palm on the fold of my elbow. What I'm going to do is key out, which is to say I'm relaxing. I'm going to trap his hand, and I've already got him. This is major painful. And once I've got him, you're not just going down because he'll go down with me. That doesn't hurt. It's a teeter-totter effect. So that what I'm doing is I'm twisting him the same as if I were going to take him with an S-arm. Next, we're going to go all the way to the bicep. And essentially what will happen is they grab you, they pull you. You've got to quickly trap that hand so he can't let loose. Then stand up, drop your weight. The feeling is like stepping over a speed bump. So he grabs me, he starts to give me a pull, trap, down he goes. The break is just instant. Now, try it from the other side so you can get a better sense of what is happening here. He's so close, he surprises me. He reaches over, he grabs the bicep, he starts to pull. Now, a mistake that a lot of people make is they're grabbed on the left side, they step off on the right foot. Don't do that. You're dividing your key. If it's a left hand, if my left arm is grabbed, my left foot should move forward. And again, I am not squeezing, but I am slightly pushing his hand to my arm so that he can't let loose. And don't squeeze. You should be very relaxed when you do this. Next. Some of the time, they grab the forearm, but they're pushing. It's not common. General rule is if you're grabbed, you're going to be pulled. But it does happen. Someone will grab, and they're pushing back on your arm. Hey, you can't come in here. Who knows what they're saying to you. But if he's going to grab me, and he's going to push me, now we're going to use a technique called the hinge. You're going to watch it, and this will just bedevil you when you try to do this the first few times. What I'm going to do is get my finger right here, and I'm going to lift up and cover. Notice that this arm is not down here. My arm is on my own fingers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'm going to push down, and this is what it looks like. If you're seeing this for the first time, you can't even imagine why this hurts so much, but it's very painful. Now, essentially what we're doing is this. Pressure is here. I am lifting up. And you can see why it's called a hinge, because this part goes apart. The hinge part is at the top. So he pushes, I grab, I'm over the top, and I come down on him. Now we're all the way at the shoulder. He comes in, He starts to push me. It's possible he could pull, but at the shoulder, typically they're pushing you. What I'm going to do is come up, and I'm going to get him right in back of the elbow. I'm going to cover with my other hand, and we're going to go straight back. Slow motion, here's what it looks like. And I'm going to just walk him to the ground until, you can see what I've got. I've got an arm bar on him. He can't get away from me. If by chance he grabs me and he's pulling, well, he's already starting to bend his elbow. I mean, when they start to pull you, they bend their elbow typically. So what am I going to do? I'm going to cover. I'm going to drape my hand on the fold of his elbow so that he can't let loose, and I'm going to give it a twist. And essentially the twist is this kind of a twist. I'm putting my shoulder into it to make it more powerful, but it looks like this. And he's going to go right down. So, the general rule is at a shoulder, he really is going to push. But let me show you the most common mistake. Let's switch sides for a second. He starts to push my shoulder, and what do? Instead of going straight up and over the top, instead of stealing his balance as you should be doing, what will happen is they'll pull the arm off to the side and then start to try to put the arm bar on from here. Don't do that. He is still strong in this position. I haven't taken his balance. If you don't steal his balance and make him sort of wobbly, he's going to resist you. He's going to fight you. I'll try to push down and he's going to pull back on me, as he's doing now. But if you take him and you go right over the top, now I've stolen his balance, he's weak, and it's easy to put somebody down. Okay.